She's been kicking his ass since gate 8.
Okay.
All
That's
the
our
way
call,
up.
correct?
Let me explain something to you.
Be cuffed up.
You're from New York.
I get that.
The nonsense that you guys do in New York and in Florida, we don't play. So that's why you're going to jail today.
On June 16th, 2023, officers at International Airport responded to a fight between a man and a woman.
What's going on, bro?
I was just trying to stop my girlfriend going crazy in here before she got arrested.
I don't know. Can you have a seat for me?
No, because if I sit here, this is going to make shit worse.
Well, I'm here now. So, what exactly happened?
I don't know.
She went down that way. Yeah, she found
Who saw it?
Me.
I did.
And she attacked you as well.
Hang on. That's right. Just
Yeah, I'm afraid of the Frenchie. We were out here. He was just trying to calm him down,
Yep.
and she's
hold
down
on 1
there.
second.
Okay.
Let's go over here and talk. I just need one person.
Okay.
I just need one person.
Yeah. She's just
I
my
don't.
coworker,
I
is that
just.
right?
I don't need them hearing the story. And
Yeah.
changing their story. So what exactly happened?
So we don't know. We don't know exactly what happened. We were in the crew room. That's our crew room right here. So we heard a bunch of shouting. So she was assaulting him, and he.
Assaulting. What do you
Yeah,
mean by
she was kicking him and hitting him, and
She's somewhere down there.
yeah, she's back there with like rainbow hair.
Okay.
So he finally let go of her because he was just trying to hold her down. So he finally let go of her, and then she ran that way. And I believe that she was hitting the lady right there in the hat. And then he went back again and tried to calm her down. And other passengers from like another, they don't know each other, just tried to calm the situation down. And then you can,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I just wanted to tell you that I don't
When you
want
say assaulting, what did you see?
hands on her.
Hands on him like how? Holding his wrist,
punching.
punching,
And kicking.
where punching on him? Like in the
Wherever
head?
wherever her hands
So she's
landed.
just like kind of just flaring. Around.
Yeah, everywhere. But her kicks were trying to get him where it counts.
Oh, so she's trying to kick him in the groin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the one who called you guys.
Oh, you were the one that called us? Sweet. All right.
We had stayed.
Is she down there?
She just walked back down there towards the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just saw her walk down there. That's why I came to approach you.
Okay. Okay, I'll go.
So you're good with that?
Would I be able to get you guys on a statement?
Yeah, we're here for a little bit.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna need you on a statement too. What's her name?
I don't even want to tell you, bro, because I don't want no charge to be pressed. I just want
Okay.
to
I gotta do my investigation out of it. Hey, brother. I'm here to do my job, right?
I don't even know where she went. Her name is Janine.
Janine what?
Down there.
Oh, I don't even know where
Okay.
her name is.
That's cool.
And this is what so many guys go through. They don't want to ever speak up. So this tells me she has been kicking his ass for a long ass time. This is nothing new. That's why he's like, oh, I don't want to tell on her. I don't want her to get in trouble. That's because she has been beating his ass and he doesn't want to seem weak. So many guys are in marriages, relationships, where the wives, the girlfriends beat their ass, but they can't speak up. So when you hear DV cases, it's not just men beating up women. Some women really beat up guys, but it's just that men never report these things. You know, so, because the issue is, even if she has been beating his ass for all this long, if he ever lays a hand on her, she will take him to jail. She won't care about, oh, I've been with him, I won't say nothing. He will go to jail. In fact, if he was the one who was beating on her, he would be in cuffs right now.
I don't even know where she is.
How long has she been your girlfriend?
3 years.
3 years, and you don't know what her name is.
I mean, I know her name,
Be straight up with me,
but
bro.
I don't want to tell you because you're going to put her in jail and now I get blamed for that.
I got a job to do. I got a job to do.
Let him do his job. And I can't even go back to my gate because he tried to hit me too.
Suspect. My name is Janine Wells.
Yeah.
Do you have ID on you, sir? Wells.
I know she has.
Sir, do you have ID on you?
Man, shout out to this lady trying to comfort this guy, because some of you guys love these toxic relationships. In my opinion, the first time the woman raises her voice, one warning. She does this the second time, or even the first time she lays hands on you or pushes you or scratches you, that should be the end of the relationship. I'm telling you, because some of you guys are going to get yourself in trouble, going to get yourselves in jail just because you like a toxic, traumatic experience with a woman. Trauma bonding.
I can see. Real quick. Appreciate you, man.
What's your name? I gotta
Possibly-
go to my gate. She tried to beat me up too, and I need to go to my gate. And she's down there somewhere.
Okay, we'll do.
She tried to beat you up like how?
Oh yeah, she tried to.
Hold up, guys. Come on. Give me a second.
Listen, she tried to beat me up. She tried to hit me. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I walked past her kicking
Them
his
two-
ass.
Them two were having an argument. She tried to step back.
She's
She
been
went
kicking
after
his
him.
ass since gate 8. All
That's
the
her
way
fault
up.
right there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I just passed by them and I said, girl,
Grab
stop
that.
hitting on
Okay.
that dude.
Contact.
For the lady who showed me that.
Yeah. I got her. Ma'am, stop. Sit down. Sit down. I got her. Gate 23.
Finally, they got her.
Can I see your ID, please?
My fiance has my ID.
What's your location?
Gate
I'm about
23.
to call him so he can bring it. He has
Don't even worry about it. We're ready with him. Hang up your phone.
Well, can you tell him come get my ID?
Compliant so far.
What do you need to know?
1 second.
Because he put his
One
hands on
second.
me as
1
well.
second.
Like, this
1
is
second.
crazy.
Let's.
See how she's lying? She's saying he put his hands on her. What did I tell you guys? That if the roles are reversed, they are not. They will be so quick to give you in. They will be so quick to take you to jail. Like she doesn't care. When everybody, even other women, saw her beating the guy up, and now as soon as the police come, oh, he was beating me. No, you were beating his ass. This woman just said she saw you beating him up the whole entire hallway. I told you guys, some of you guys who love these relationships, man, you gotta get yourselves in trouble.
Let's just take a breather. Okay. Can you put your phone down for me, please, so you can talk? Like,
I'm trying to contact him. You just ask for my
we
ID.
have him up there. Allow us to do our job, ma'am. Janine, is it?
Jeanette.
Janae. Okay. Is that your legal name or is that a nickname?
That's my legal name.
Okay. Can you just
W-E.
can we just put the phone down? Put the phone down. All right. Relax. Put the phone down. Let's get through this.
No, because I just
What is your
spent
middle name?
$900 and I can't
What is your middle
drive.
name? Okay. Can you tell me exactly what happened between you and Deshaun?
Nothing. We were just arguing on the plane. They told us to get out.
Okay. Anything else?
Then we started arguing back and forth. He slammed me on the ground, and that was that.
Okay. Where did you slam me on the ground at?
Over there.
She's a
Over
fucking
there,
liar.
Where?
Then the witnesses only seen when I was trying to defend myself, but they didn't see when I slammed him on the
my
ground.
God.
I mean, when he slammed me on the ground.
Okay. Okay. So where exactly?
You see how she's quick to say that he slammed her on the ground? But for him, for the guy, he was saying he doesn't want to get in trouble. You see the contrasting situations? How men are quick to protect the women, but the women are quick to put the guy in jail, to put him in trouble.
Exactly at?
Over there, down here. I don't know exactly, but it was over
Was you
there.
next to this store right here?
Yeah, like a little bit down.
A little bit farther. That's why I'm trying to. You got to be
Yeah,
patient with
can
me.
you get my charger from him, please?
I'm trying to be patient with you as just as much as you're trying
You
to be
get my
patient with me.
charger from him. He has my charger.
We don't have to worry about that right now. We will handle all that later on. I'm trying to make sure everything is kosher and everybody's telling the truth.
Yes,
Right?
I'm good. I'm fine to get my charger. I'm not. Like, I just need to get my charger.
Ma'am, put your phone down,
I need
please.
to get this is my mom. I have no way home. by
Where's your
her.
mom at?
She's in Rochester. I have
Okay,
no
so
way
your
home.
mom's
unless
not going to do you any
she's
good right
gonna
now.
come get me. She's gonna come get me.
Okay,
That's for
she's
sure.
not going to drive here.
Yes,
That's a
she is.
14-hour drive.
Well, I'm
We have
gonna
plenty
get-
of time
I'm
to do
gonna
this
get home
investigation,
somewhere.
ma'am.
I'm gonna get home.
Okay,
somewhere.
would you like to write a statement on this?
No, I just want to get my money. I have to get home somehow. I need to get my money. Period. When is that coming to my money back? That's what or how I'm gonna get back to Rochester because I spent all this money on this play and they're not doing it.
Yes, Are you hurt anywhere? You hurt anywhere? You scratched up? No? Are you talking to me? Okay, because I can't tell when you're
I
out.
don't want to just be sitting here. Can I go trying to find another flight or trying to do something? I don't want to.
Ma'am, me myself, I'm very concerned for you right now because I can smell the alcohol on you. So once these officers get over here, I'm
You
gonna.
can smell the alcohol. Well, I've been drinking in the airport. I had
That's cool.
shots.
That's
You
cool.
can test the limit or whatever. It's the limit. It's
All right.
the legal
No,
limit. I don't care about it.
cool. I can. If
Okay.
we want to test the legal limit, we can. All right. Can you take off your bag real quick so we can go through some tests?
I just want to go to McDonald's. I mean, I just want to get a new flight. I don't care. I just want to go to Puerto Rico. I pay over $1,000.
Okay. Ma'am, can you put down your phone?
That's the limit. Test
Okay.
it. Whatever.
Okay. I want you to just.
Yes, please come
Can I
get
see your
me.
hands?
For real thing. Please come get
Can
me.
I see your hands?
Because
Okay.
my
Cool.
sister
Thank you
is
very
coming to
much.
get me. I don't care about none of
Okay.
that.
Can you stick
She's
your hands
coming
out
get
to your
me.
side
Yep,
for me?
I can. I
Can you
walk.
push up right there?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, can you turn
I
around
can
real
walk
quick?
Side to side. I can do it.
Jail
What am I
time.
being arrested for? What am I being arrested for?
Don't turn.
Okay, I'm not forcing nothing. I'm not forcing. I'm just talking about what I'm
Domestic violence.
What am I being arrested for? Doesn't I go on
Okay.
my-
I'll let you know that right when we get there. All right. All right. Hang tight. Hang tight.
I'm being arrested, sister. Please call my mom, because I'm being arrested.
Hang tight.
Good night, so my
I need you. I just need you to hang tight.
sis, you call my mom, please. Call my mom.
All right. Go ahead. And hang up, sis.
I think this, I could be wrong, but this could be the first time she's probably being held accountable for her actions. So she's grown up all this time, never being told no, never being held accountable for her actions, because black men really just deal with her attitude, with anything from some black women. You know, so she's used to beating her man and the man not doing anything. Now the police are finally doing something about it, and she's probably in shock.
Have a seat.
If I'm being arrested, he should be arrested too. I don't care.
Okay. We'll handle that in a second.
How did I do
We'll handle that in a second.
anything? I have these long ass credits for how did I do anything? How did I do anything?
This all your stuff. This.
That's fine. You talk about you got witnesses. I don't care about nothing.
That's
Give me my phone, sir. Why you take my stuff? Can I get my phone?
It's all gonna go with you when we.
Can I get my phone?
Yep. Yep.
For real.
Yep. For real.
I'm just lost on how like it's being domestic violence. I'm lost. Like I'm lost on how it's being domestic violence. Why are you guys arresting me? Why are we doing all this?
You beat your boyfriend's
Why am I
ass.
being arrested?
You beat your boyfriend's ass, and that's not something normal you do to someone you've been with in a relationship for 3 years. That's why you're being arrested. I'm surprised you have no idea.
Chain, ma'am.
What is my chain? What?
Is that your chain down there?
Yes, that's
Okay.
my
Hang
chain.
tight. Hang tight.
And can you tell me what I'm being arrested?
I'll grab the bag.
But can you tell me what I'm being arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what?
Once we get to the
But
office,
you
I'll
can't
explain
arrest
everything.
me without telling me what I'm being arrested.
Matter of domestic violence.
Well, he slapped me too, so he
Okay.
should be being arrested as well.
Okay.
I don't care about
We have
him.
to get up.
He should be being arrested as well.
No, we got to get him to.
He should be being arrested. I don't care. He should be being arrested right along his knee
Are we gonna walk
because.
King Star come right over.
Okay, but can y'all let me go? I'm not
No,
going
he's going
nowhere.
to jail.
Okay, I'm not going nowhere though. Can y'all let me go?
Her true
Okay,
colors
please
are
let me
coming
go.
out.
No, you're going to
For
jail. Be quiet. You're going to
For
jail.
what? I don't
For
care.
acting
I'm
like a
going to-
fool.
Okay, I
Battery,
understand
domestic
I'm going to
violence.
jail, but I don't need to be cuffed up. I'm not going nowhere. It's for police.
You came here acting like a clown, so you're going to jail. Okay? Let me explain
Why do I
something to
have to
you.
be cuffed up?
You're from New York.
I get
You're,
that.
the nonsense that you guys do in New York and
I get
Florida,
that.
we don't play.
I get
So
that.
that's why you're
But
going to
why do I
jail
have to
today.
be arrested? It's 4 men.
Appreciate
It's
you, bro.
4 men. Why do I have to be? Why
You
am
want
I
to put your
cuffed?
hands on people?
Why
This is
am I
what
being
happens.
cuffed?
When you put your hands on
He
people,
put his
this
hands
is
on
what
me.
happens.
He put his hands on me.
No,
Yes,
he
he
did
did.
not. Every single
Bring the-
witness
well,
over
get
there
the
said.
camera. Get the camera if y'all got video.
Okay,
Get the
well,
camera.
you're going to jail
I don't got no
then, okay?
reason why.
So-
I'm going to jail, but I'm cuffed.
And you guys notice it's the black cop who's speaking to her with that like energy, because he probably has dealt with this himself like so many times with black women. I don't think this is nothing new to him. So he knows this is how they are. So he knows that's how you're supposed to, to speak to her. Because the other cops were really trying to be nice and all that. But like I told you, I think this is the first time she messed up by beating the boyfriend up in a public setting. Maybe she usually beats him, but in the house when no one is watching. And like I said, most men don't report this thing because they don't want to look weak.
Because it's 4 men.
Okay,
I'm a
ma'am,
female.
ma'am, we don't do
I'm
that. We don't do
110
that here.
pounds.
We
I'm
don't do that here.
110 pounds.
We
Yeah,
do
you
not
still
do
beat
that
his
here.
ass
For your
though.
safety and for our safety, you're gonna be handcuffed.
So stand
Don't
up.
touch me.
Stand
Okay,
up.
but don't touch me. I'll
Look at the
stand up on my
attitude.
own. I'll stand up on my own. Why are you touching me?
Yeah.
Why are you touching me? Okay,
Take it
but stop forcefully. Stop forcefully. I can walk. Can you let me go? You let me go. Let me go. I don't give a fuck. I can walk. I can walk. I can walk on my own. Let me
We
go.
really don't want to drag you out of here.
And I really don't want you to have to go. And I'm walking, but let me the fuck go.
The
Let me
attitude,
the
oh
fuck
my
go.
God.
I don't like no man touching me in that type of way.
Then don't put your hands on men.
I don't like
Okay?
that. I feel safe enough. You let me go. That brings back memories, all that.
Then don't put your hands on
I
people.
don't care.
She
Let me
doesn't
go.
care.
I don't care. Why are you got your hands like all that? I can walk. I can walk. I don't need no fucking.
The irony of a woman who put her hands on a man telling men not to put hands on her. The double standards.
I don't care what y'all do. I don't care what y'all do. I don't need no escort. You see, I'm walking fine on my own. What did y'all escort me for? And I can walk fine. Where the fuck y'all want me to go? I'll go. Y'all don't need to be putting y'all hands on me. Try to tell me walk this way, walk that way. I'll walk. I don't got time for all that. You don't know like, for real, y'all got both hands on me. I'm a female. Y'all both men. What do y'all need to be doing on this? What is we doing on this? For real, for real. Y'all still can't tell me. Sir,
Hey, Sarge,
you're,
can you grab these camera numbers real quick?
sir, yeah, grab him, because, yeah, he should be getting arrested as well. If you're going to grab him or me, he should be getting arrested as well. And this is embarrassing. Where am I going? Where am I going?
It should be on there.
It's right on the. It should be on the
Sir,
camera.
can you let me go, please? Because your arm is very tight. Your hand is very hard and tight on my arm. I'm tired. Like you're squeezing the on my arm right now.
Okay. Might as well just walk it back.
Like for real.
Huh? Okay.
See right here.
And so, I need you for a search. When we get in the office, you search it. Thank you. What's insane, man? We got numerous calls that you're beating the crap out of this guy. So what's insane? Your actions is insane. Okay? You dig down deep and try to figure out what you did today. Why you going to jail?
Arrested me as well. He should be arrested too, because I got to
resort and other private manifestations go to the side.
Okay. That's the other lady that, but the first one is the lady that tried to break up and then she came after her. I got you. So she's lying. Everybody's lying. All these people got in this conspiracy and said, we're going to make it a story.
What I see here is a woman who's finally being held up for her actions after years and years of beating up her boyfriend and maybe a couple boyfriends. The only reason she's in this situation is because she has done this multiple times and men let her do it. She has never had a man stand up to her. One, either all the men, like the guy she has right now, let her beat them up and they say nothing, they don't report it, they just stay in this toxic relationship, because some of you guys like toxic relationships, you know. Or she has had relationships where some men fight back and maybe they're too strong and then she has to break up with them, you know, because there's no way you can tell me this woman has ever had a dad or the dad was in her life to teach her that you don't put your hands on men. But what do you guys think about that? All right, next up, let's go to Anton Daniels, man. This was crazy. So without further ado,
I do not have a problem with white men. I am not unattracted to white men. This just went left. Y'all ran your own narrative. I'm here to understand and be understood, and that's not where I'm at. Y'all just ran a whole nother narrative of something I wasn't saying. So
But even if you weren't, like, it's okay. We all have what we like. I don't like short men. So some people might not like big men or skinny
No,
men.
I understand that, but that's not what I said. So if I said that, then I would be okay with that.
Oh,
But you guys are just taking words and doing your own thing with it, and that's just not
What do
it.
you mean we taking words and doing our own thing? What does that mean? What does that mean?
He took advantage of the fact that she couldn't respectfully
No,
articulate.
you don't listen. You can talk. If that's, I'm here to understand. If you got something to say, just speak it. It's
I
okay.
heard when she originally
Yeah.
said that black men exude a certain level of authority. They have a certain charisma and charm that no other race of man can have. It's the way they call you baby. It's the way that they touch you. It's the way that they look at you. And I think we need to give credit to that. So while she's not saying that, okay, a white man is just unattractive, he's not able to administer the type of quality characteristics that a black man could. And I think we should speak more
And
positive.
I have not met that. I'm not saying that they can't. I haven't met that.
Yeah, I understood. You haven't met
Shout
that
out
one.
to the
Thank
sister.
you.
Shout out to the sisterhood. Listen, I think
Thank you.
that she knows how to communicate what she thinks clearly.
Okay.
And
Thank you guys, and thank you for having me on. Y'all have a
shout
good
out
night.
to you.
Hi, Alexis.
Thank you, Lexus. Let's get to our
What
next.
you did, Anton?
It's not over yet. With a white
What
woman,
did I
it's
do?
not over yet. Okay. Let's
It ain't my fault that y'all don't like white people.
Oh Lord, that's out. But she don't get it's a child. We gotta show
Shout out to everybody that don't like white people. I'm not that type of person, but you know.
I think the main issue is these ladies are used to black men putting up with their shit. Let's just be honest. You know, some of you black men like toxic relationships. She will shout at you. She will yell at you. She will even beat your ass, and you stay in the same toxic relationship, and you do the same. The trauma bonding, and then the cycle keeps repeating itself.
We're not like that. But I remember hearing Anton say,
I love everybody. Don't listen to Anton. Nikki loves everybody. Anybody that knows me knows that.
Wait, go ahead, Deja.
yeah, I remember one time Anton saying I would not date a white woman if he was not married. So he said he loves black women. What? So, yes, let's just make it clear. It's okay to have preference. And I love all people. I just don't want to date
Let
them.
me be very clear. I'm not interested in hood rats though. There's a difference. All right.
You want to date? Well, wait a minute. Let's clarify the white women. Did you not say that you would not date a white woman?
He also don't like light skinned girls.
What does that have to do with
Yeah, no. But we talking
White
about
women can still be hood rats.
Huh?
Yeah. But yeah.
Because I have a preference, that don't necessarily mean that I hate somebody else.
That's what we saying.
That's what we've been saying. People got a preference don't mean that it's negative towards the other person. It just means that's their preference.
And how you articulate it matters. When somebody asks you,
Hold on, wait, where you get this light skin thing from?
Right. When
No, because
somebody
you said you always like chocolate women. Remember? Well, we're not done with the white ladies.
Lord, more rated white women.
Bring it on.
I tried to get some white women on, but it was hot today. I think they was with their husbands. Okay. But let's get to this next clip.
Black woman, I need you to come to the front. I have a question. Am I crazy for saying I will not date a black man that dates white women? And I'm not saying like you can have never dated a white woman. I'm just saying if you continuously date white women more than you date black women, I don't want to date you. And I feel like I've run into this issue my entire life. Like I went to a PWI. I grew up in like a white suburban area. Like I am very familiar with black men that want to date white women. But like the characteristics of that type of man is not the man that I see being my partner. I like try not to stereotype people or like put them in a box because I truly don't think that all black men that date white women or like have a preference of white women are this way. I'm just saying I've noticed it enough for it to be an issue with me. And like, I just have noticed that those men tend to be uncomfortable in their blackness. They tend to be a little bit more insecure. I typically intimidate them. And I also just noticed that like, they don't really respect women, not even just black women. They specifically disrespect black women more, but like, they don't typically respect women at all. And that's definitely not the kind of person I'm interested in dating.
Okay.
Child, I agree with her.
She had me till she got to the end. I think that's where she went off trail. Now I will say this. there is a difference with men that I've seen personally who date predominantly white women tend to have certain characteristics about themselves than men who don't. And I do agree that it could be rooted in some uncomfortability with their blackness. It could be rooted in some other things as well. It could be also their preference. But I have noticed that those guys tend to be a little different.
How?
So, they tend to have negative connotations or negative thoughts about Black women. They do tend to be a little bit uncomfortable in their blackness. They tend to be very uppity or very it's kind
The
of hard.
typical code switcher.
Well, when
Let me
say
translate
cold,
it for you
I
guys.
don't think
If you
they're
speak
cold.
proper English, if you care about, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Listen, diversity, equity, and inclusion is only inclusive for people that's from the hood or is invited to the barbecue. If you don't fit the narrative, if you don't qualify, if you don't show your black card, then if you're Carlton, all right? If you're Carlton,
but
then
Carlton,
There you
you are
go.
disqualified from coming to the
What
barbecue.
about the pookies that date the white girls?
but even some of the stuff
It's not even about the
too,
people.
though.
I think the main issue is, and for me, the double standard I hate about all these black men dating white women is these women never have the same smoke for black women who date white men. When their black sisters date white men, do you know what they say? Go girl, do your thing, empowerment, you're strong, live in your truth, don't settle. Like they will choose a white man who has money over a broke black man. They call black men broke and dusty every single day. So they would rather reject a black man and he dies single rather than him going to a white woman who accepts him the way he is. And they would rather a black man deal with their attitude, their being loud and rude and aggression, rather than him choosing peace with a white woman. They would rather you die single rather than choose a white woman.
No,
Well,
it's not even about
those pookies that date the white girls, they are a specific type of way. They oftentimes are very controlling to those white girls, maybe even abusive to those white girls. They'll stay around, they'll raise the kids, but they don't treat them worth anything.
they do the same thing to the black women. So I mean,
Well, we talking about dating black men that date white women and how they have a certain je ne sais quoi about themselves. They do. They
right.
do.
But it's if they have
Do
a
y'all realize how crazy y'all sounded tonight? I have not seen a group of women that sounded more crazy probably in a long time than tonight. Y'all sound crazy.
I think that you have to open yourself up to people's perspectives. I think you have like this thing about because your thing is we speak to the majority, and I don't think we ever speak to the majority. We speak on our experience of what the majority is, because you'll never know what the majority is. You don't know everybody in the whole wide world, so you only know what your perspective is. So I think that when other people share extreme perspectives that are different from yours, you write it off like, oh, they must be.
So if I know that the majority of y'all are not married, I can't speak to the fact that the majority of y'all are not married. If I know the majority of women, if I know definitively, because there is data and statistics that can back up the things that we speak to. If I know definitively that the majority of y'all over 30 are single mothers, then I can't speak to that, though, right? But I can speak to it. The nuance is what we add into the conversation, but we speak to it because we know what our cultural norms are. And the fact of the matter is, there is no majority or minority in this conversation because we're talking about your preferences. Your preferences and the things that you guys are describing is crazy. Y'all crazy. Okay, describe. Y'all talking about somebody got a problem with their blackness. How the fuck you know?
What is blackness supposed to look like?
How do you know? What is like? How do you know what somebody? How is it a problem with blackness? When did it become? What is non-black?
And that's the issue. The only time they say someone is not hates who they are or they hate their blackness is when a black man is dating a white woman. But they never say the same thing when a black woman is dating a white man.
Somebody has a problem.
Can I describe it though?
Somebody
Anton?
describe. Yeah, go ahead.
So when we say somebody has an issue or feel uncomfortable in their blackness, for an example, I do know someone specifically who is very dark skinned but only dates white women. And he has said himself that he can be very uncomfortable with his skin color. And so now you discounting his experience?
No, I'm discounting. I think you're lying.
And that's what he does.
Okay, so if I'm telling you
Exactly, right off the perspectives that he does not align with, because you're not the majority. You're speaking to your perspective.
Thousands of men.
Y'all, let's
I'm not lying.
Thousands of men. I have never heard of a guy ever in my 43 years on this earth say that he has a problem with his skin.
That's
unless he has eczema or some shit like that. I have never in my life heard
that's not gossip.
No, Anton, let her finish.
One man in my life ever say they have a problem with their skin color, and that's why they date white women.
So because
and they only say that, like I said, when it's a black man. But when Serena Williams and all the other, female black celebrities date white men, they never say that. They just say, oh, she couldn't find a good black man, so she went where she could find a good man. So for me, until they start holding black women accountable who date white men or men of other races, until then, we cannot have this conversation in a fair way. Because they pick and choose. Like I said, these women would rather a black man dies single. They would rather reject a black man and he stays alone rather than him going to where other women want him. They would rather that. But as soon as one of their friends, one of their sisters gets a white man, they celebrate. They celebrate her like she won an Olympics gold medal.
Out of here.
You didn't let me finish.
Wait, just let her finish, Anton, because I want to hear why.
Listen, you call him.
Why do he have that?
No. Hold on. Call him right now. Have him say.
Why would we do this online?
Wait. If you call him right now, and he says that, and he confirms what you say within the next 1 minute, without you texting him or whatever, I'll give you $1,000 if you can call him right now and he says.
Not about to do
Give
this.
me
No, hold on. Stop. I call Cap. I'm willing to bet a rack. Right now, I will send you $1,000 right now if you can get him on the phone and he says that he told you that he had a problem with his black.
Well, I only got one phone and I'm on it right now, so.
No, what's that in your hand? You can use it and do that. Like that's okay.
Call him right now. I will give you. I will give you a rack right now.
You want me to call him?
We're not gonna do this. No.
Okay, I tell you what. No. I tell you what. No texting. No none of that shit. I'll give you $2,000 right now.
Until she's on her phone. She's streaming on her phone.
Send the number to Q. Let Q call. I'll give you $2,000 if he says that he had a problem with his skin, with his blackness, how dark his skin was.
Can I get in on this? I got somebody to go.
Look, Anton, you probably gonna have to give her your number in the chat so she can call you so you can hear on three-way because she
no, because this is bullshit, y'all.
I'm encouraging this.
Believe it or not, Anton, there are black men out there with insecurities about themselves, and some of them, their skin color.
He told you that
black women have the same insecurities. But the only excuse y'all always have for black men when they date women of other races is because they hate their skin color. No, men like what they like. Today, man may like a big woman. Tomorrow, he may like a skinny woman. Tomorrow, he may like a tall woman. Tomorrow, he may like a woman with kids. Tomorrow, he may like a woman who doesn't have kids. So let's say a man, was raised by a single mom, but he doesn't want to be in a relationship with a single mom. Does it mean he hates his mom? No, but anytime a black man chooses to be with a white woman, they say he hates his blackness, he hates his skin, he hates his mama. But they never say the same thing when a black woman does the same thing.
The reason that he date white women is because he got a problem.
That adds to it that he prefers white women.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, he's asking you, is that what he said? The reason why he dates white women is because he's uncomfortable
That is one
with
of the
his
reasons
skin
why
color.
he's uncomfortable with blackness. He prefers to be around white people.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
What do you
stop it,
mean?
It's not unheard of.
White
Come
people,
on,
how
man.
is
If
that
we gonna have
him
this
being
conversation,
uncomfortable with his
if we
But
gonna have
he-
this conversation, we gotta have it realistically. We
And you
can't
gotta
just
accept the
And
truth.
he's happily engaged to a white woman
It's
right
not an
now.
unheard of concept.
no.
It's not an unheard of concept. I've never heard nobody say that.
It's some people in the world that don't want to be what they
You
are.
ain't
So black
never
people that
heard-
don't want to
you
be
have
white.
never
I know a
in
white
your life-
girl who don't want to be white. Wish she
You
was
have
black.
never in your life ever
There's people that
ever
don't want to
heard
be
of
who
a
they
man.
are.
You personally ain't never heard no man say that he don't like his blackness.
True enough.
He might not word it that way.
What the fuck is y'all talking about?
Okay, so that's what he's saying, right?
Because they always make up their own conclusions when a man doesn't pick them. You know, when a man doesn't pick them, when a black man doesn't pick a black woman, the first thing they say is he hates his mama, your mama black, you hate your blackness, you hate your own people. How about I didn't want to deal with a black woman who's not going to give me peace? How about I didn't want to deal with a black woman who's going to be in my ear all the time with aggression and telling me how strong and independent she is? How about that?
Stop.
How did he word it? Because now we're moving to go. So how did he word it? Because now
No,
this
they
is
didn't word it at all. They never said it.
words in people's mouth. How did he
They never
word it to make you
they
think?
never said it. They ain't never did none of this. And this is the reason why anytime I hear a false accusation against a man, I'm by default gonna say, nope, that bitch is
All
lying.
right, you got to add time.
No, now.
That bitch is lying 100% innocent
You
until
just switched
proven
it up.
guilty. Y'all ain't
I
never
just
met a
switched it up.
man that has ever in their life told y'all that they don't like their black.
We just asked you just if he specifically said if he dates white women because he doesn't like the color of his skin. You said that's one of the reasons. Then you just said no. He said along the lines. So
Along
which
those
one is
lines
it?
that he
What
was
is what is
going
along the line?
She's lying.
No,
But he didn't come out and say, "Oh yeah, I date white women because my skin is dark."
What did he say?
Okay, so why are you making it up? Why are you making it seem like he hates himself? He hates his skin color because he's dating a white woman. What if she was just nicer to him than you are? What if she's not a liar the way you are lying right now?
He said that he didn't feel comfortable in his skin. He hated being dark skinned. There are men out there who don't like.
You changing it.
That's different.
No,
That's
you
different.
changing it. Now, no.
She just is explaining to you how it sounds when a man is confiding in a woman that he
Oh,
Where you going?
No,
This
not
is
being
bullshit.
because, and the only reason I didn't answer Anton's question is because he specifically said, I've never heard of man, and I've never heard of man say that. But I have been encountered and had a woman that was really, she's actually beautiful, but she just would always say she wished she was white. She hated her skin.
I
So
have
I've never heard of man.
met a man in my
Right.
life.
That's what I was going to say. So that's why I didn't say nothing. But
He doesn't like being black.
But it didn't have
He
nothing
has
to
a
do
problem
with
his blackness.
her
or
being
any of that
black.
shit. I
He didn't
have
like being
never
dark.
in my life, not one time, going to private school, going to public school, and I've talked to thousands of men. I've
You are
never had a
not-
man
you don't know
say to me,
everybody.
I never in my life had a man say to
negate
me
that it
it's
happened.
ever been the case.
It
Ever.
doesn't mean that it did not happen. If Anton
What this is you have a panel of women who are fighting hard to really find the real reason, or to even listen, or to even change the real reason black men date white women. When a black man says, I'm dating white women because black women are too aggressive, they fight him. They don't want to listen to that. Instead of listening to what the black man is saying and trying to change or do better, they straight go to, oh, you hate black women, or you hate your skin color, or you hate your mama. It's like, no, I don't want the aggression. I don't want you to keep telling me how strong and independent you are. I don't want the back and forth. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want you raising your voice at me. I don't want you to fight me. I don't want none of that. I want to come home to a quiet, peaceful house. I don't want to say, baby, make me a sandwich, and then you say, you're not my slave. So this is why I'm choosing this white woman. She's nice to me, peaceful, she's kind. No, you just hate black people. No, you just hate yourself. So men sometimes are like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm not even gonna bother. But what do you guys think about that? Shout out to Anton Daniels.